and welcome to a new episode of the podcast, This Female Body of Mine. I am your host, Maduta James. To begin this episode, let's start with a poem. It's entitled, Why Don't You Save Yourself? Stop soaking that satin pillowcase with tears. The satin that was supposed to keep your gorgeous afro moisturized before the afro became a confused mix of permed and unpermed hair. And the permed and unpermed were wound into instant locks that were supposed to stop these tears. These tears that now soak your satin pillowcase. You cannot imagine all that has gone down the drain. Optimism, peace of mind, time, contentment, self-sufficiency. You know I have to mention money, which you don't have lots of, but you yet to seem to be spending to save yourself and to stop these tears. These tears that have rolled down your cheeks since you were little. Over tight hairdos, joining burnt perm do's, scalp all red from combing that felt like sawing, migraines and headaches from extensions, itchies and flakes disconcerting your very being each day. You are drowning and you need help. This is not news. That's why you keep searching into your 30s for a lifeboat. To stop these tears, to rescue yourself, to save yourself from this constant drowning. Please, don't ask me, how do I build one? So this poem was written September 23rd, 2023, about 3 years ago during a hair meltdown. Now, you may be like me and you may have asked this question, what will I do with my hair? It's an age-old question that West African women have been asking because we do like to look beautiful from our hair to our toe. And that's what this episode 4 is about, hair. We had a sit-down discussion with a trichologist and salon owner, and I'm sure you are eager to hear what he has to share about hair and beauty trends for the West African woman, especially today. So welcome to the episode, and please do enjoy. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and turn on the notification button so that you will always get new episodes from this female body of mine. Enjoy the episode, What Will I Do with My Hair? All right, so for many centuries, African women have asked, what should I do with my hair? Hair is a conversation that has gone from different dynamics, from politics to social, and we have an expert on hair and beauty with us on this episode of This Female Body of Mine. So welcome to episode 4 of What Should I Do with My Hair? For our guest today, I'm going to let him introduce himself, and you would see that no one does his introduction better than he does. So can we meet you today, please?
Thank you so very much for this beautiful episode that I'm up here today. So I am Trichologist Jay. So my name is Johnson Nkanga Johnson. I'm a hair and beauty professional in Akwa Ibom and Lagos.
Did you see that introduction? I told you that no one introduces himself better than Jay. So Jay is also the founder of Jay Jow Beauty Salon, a salon that has its branches both in Uyo Akwa Ibom State and Lagos State, Nigeria. And very soon it's going to expand beyond.
Yeah.
So, Jay, you are a man in this profession. You are a man beautifying woman. So can you tell us, how did you get into this journey of beauty?
All right. I can start from the point of necessity. I got into the hair and beauty industry by necessity. So I was born into a beauty salon home. I learned hairdressing from my mom by standing in the salon to watch her make hair, weave, and attending to clients. So that was how I started making hair. And my mom used to tell us that in other countries, children learn skill from childhood. So before you're done from primary school, you already have a skill in your hand that will help you to survive anywhere in the part of the world. So that was one of the motivation that gave me the courage to learn the hair and beauty skills.
I like that motivation because yes, mothers are always correct, and on this aspect, Jay's mom was very correct because skills are very important. And now, over the years, we've seen how many people come to salons, how many people need makeup artists and hair advice,
Stylist, yeah.
especially the West African women.
Absolutely.
We love to look beautiful.
Sure.
So, can you just give us what you think? Why do you think we put so much weight on hair in our society?
As a hair professional, I have come to that understanding that hair is not just the biology of the body. So hair is part of us that we must pay attention to. Because before you meet someone, before somebody say anything, something in your body is speaking without
Already.
you having to say anything, which is your hair is part of it, that will speak and communicate to people without you talking. So it is very important that we pay good attention to our hair, care for the hair, nurture the hair, groom the hair, and since the hair is also part of the biological system of the body, so you have to attend to it in a healthy way for you also to be safe.
Okay, I see your trichology training coming in. Coming in already. And we'll get to that. We're already talking about the biology of hair. So you own a salon.
Yes.
And I'm interested in knowing who your first client was. Who was that, and what was that experience like?
My first client when I was with my mom, or my first client when I started my business?
It could be both.
Okay, so my first client when I was still with my mom was one of the clients that I made hair for. She gave me 10 naira as a 2007.
Shocking. 10
yes,
naira.
10
1
naira.
zero.
Yes,
Wow,
10
I'm
naira.
never going to convert that into dollars.
Yes, just 10 naira. So
What style did you do for her?
it was tiny braids.
Tiny,
It
not
was,
even all
it was
back,
tiny
not
braids.
cornrows.
So she was one of the people that made the hairdressing so discouraging for me.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
10 naira.
So, but for me, when I came to Akwa Ibom, Uyo, to start my business, my first client was Mrs. Otobong Cereal.
Okay.
Then she was Miss. So I met her on her day of marriage introduction. So my junior sister's sister wanted to get married. So that was how she told the sister that my friend's brother makes hair. So I was 1 week in Uyo.
Okay.
So they now sent for me. I went there. That was how I connected, where I started working for, then now started building my clients.
So tell me, did she pay you 10 naira?
No, she did not pay me 10 naira. As at 2016, I was already grown, ready to go into the university. So I was matured enough to know what I can, at least to take for my services.
And that was a bridal hair that you did?
Yes, that was a bridal hair.
I mean, if we could just talk about doing hair for brides, because in Nigeria, once you say, I'm doing hair for wedding, the price triples. Even though it's the same style you would have done. I mean, do you price like that?
Then it was not that serious, because the trend on bridal hair professionalism was not this high. So now we have bridal hair stylists, people who just specialize just for brides.
Okay.
They don't do salon day-to-day services. So what they do is just bridals. So they charge very high. But then one person can be a stylist, you can be a bridal artist, you can be everything in the hair and beauty industry.
Yes, I mean the beauty industry
It's vast.
is very vast. So
It's vast.
let's not even go into that bridal
It's
industry.
vast. It's vast.
We know that starting out is never easy. Can you share with us some of the biggest challenges you faced in those early days of having your own salon? I think you said 2016.
Yes.
So that's about 10 years
This is
ago.
10 years
Wow.
ago.
Congratulations on
Thank
a
you,
decade of being a salon owner.
So that will be October.
In October,
October will
okay,
make it
we're going to
10.
have a party.
Yes.
But tell us,
Absolutely.
what were those challenges you faced in the early days?
Personal challenges right from when I knew how to make hair was this stereotype and gender bias in the industry. My greatest challenge has always been that and lack of professional mentorship. So the skill and the technique was not the problem, but the problem was internal.
Okay.
So hairdressing, the way it was given to us was, it is not a structured industry.
It's an informal one.
It's not a formal one. Right. So before somebody takes you very seriously, the person has to know your values, know your personality, know how your character is before the person takes you seriously as a male who is in this industry. So it was the biggest challenge for me because I used to go for services like home service and you see somebody's father coming out to ask you, what are you doing here? You tell the person, oh, I'm your daughter's hairstylist. Say, young man, you better look for what to do.
Wow, that can be discouraging.
Absolutely. That is not once, not twice. I cannot count how many times that has happened. So my gender was the biggest challenge like 5 years ago for me. But I think
Now,
with the level of knowledge I have gained, I've gained mentorship, I have gone for conference, I have trained myself, worked on my mind and my emotions too. So I could see what I want to achieve in the industry. That is why self-discovery and clarity is one of the most important things for me now. So, and I'm really excited that I am in the hair and beauty industry.
And I'm sure even seeing you in this industry is an encouragement to many.
Yes.
Personally, I prefer male stylists. I believe they get to the point very quickly, and I believe they style with more precision.
I think it's now. Then it was not so.
It was not just like that. So.
Then it was not so.
Wow. Well, we're happy with your journey. Now let's talk about the journey of hair itself. I mean, when I grew up, you know, the styles that are very popular, especially for young ones. As a young girl growing up in West Africa, we would do thread, we would do kiko, we had cornrows, didi, and then the weaving. Now that has all changed, right? So which practices have you seen that has influenced today's hair choices? Because I rarely see children do threading hairstyles, and I mean, if you do threading now, they're like, are you a village girl?
Because of social media evolution, I wouldn't say it has completely been disappeared.
But it's hiding under wigs.
It's hiding under other areas of the services we do. But when you talk about threading, application of oils, that is why the natural hair movement is coming back fully into this generation. Why? Because people prefer that when they are on natural hair, it is safe for them. So this is the knowledge they gain. This knowledge is what was passed from their parent to them. Now, because of the high rate of infection, disease, cancer from carcinogens and all of those things, so a lot of clients have now sat down to research on their own what is safe for them. So now it's not just about aesthetics anymore. So we are now going back to the old trends, but trying to put them in the modern way. So threading, there is a hairstyle we call spiral twist.
Okay.
Yes, it is still called threading. If we want to call it threading, it's threading. But what we do is that we don't use thread.
We don't use the rubber.
We don't use the rubber thread. So we now still use your hair.
Okay, I think
to
I've seen that.
to
Very,
thread it.
it's
Yes,
chunky.
yes, and it will now create like a coils on the hair. So now we are now leveraging on the old trend, the old system, the whole method that was safe for people. So instead of us to say it has been disappeared, it has gone, it is an old-fashioned system. No, what we do is that as a professional in the industry, you have to imbibe all of this knowledge and see how you can recreate them, refine them, bring modernization into it
Them.
in order for it to match the environment and the season.
And it makes a lot of sense. When you were speaking about the natural hair movement, I remember when I had to do my own natural hair myself, and you had to do the twist.
Yeah.
And sometimes you had some good days that it will come out lovely, and sometimes it will come out looking terrible.
Natural is just very intelligent, so you need knowledge to work with natural hair.
You
Yeah.
do. But then there were some discouraging comments. Some people would say, this your hair is just looking too rough. It's looking too rough. Go and relax it. But like you mentioned, we know
Yes.
relaxers and chemicals and this.
You know, one of the things that made us feel that way is we were influenced by Eurocentric standards of beauty. Colonization. So they feel that straight hair, smooth hair is the order of the day. It was just like a default standard for beauty, for hair.
Right.
So our grand
right.
yes, our grandmothers, that was their season where chemical processes was on a high note, perming, jerry coils then. So, but currently now, because of reformation, knowledge has now come into, we don't study Afro hair in Nigeria.
Should we?
Yes.
Okay.
That
our
is
natural
that is
texture.
one of the things we should do, not studying European hair textures. We're supposed to study our natural Afro hair in cosmetology, in School of Cosmetology.
Okay, I see what
So
you're saying.
by that, we will be able to explore diverse ways of how we can handle our hair, how we can style our hair, how we can help our African men and women to nurture, groom their hair professionally and in a way that will suit their personality. Because a lot of people feel that Afro hair is unruly, is rough, is scattered and all of those things. But it's not so. As a natural hair specialist for over 6-7 years now, I prefer Afro hair to processed hair.
And I can see why you would say that. When people come into the salon with their natural hair, they always come out looking more beautiful.
Absolutely,
When they come
yeah.
out from Jay Johnson Beauty.
Yeah.
So can we talk about lace wigs? I mean, I don't wear them, but I know that they are the rave. People love their lace wigs. They love when the baby hair,
Yes,
hairs
the
are
smudging,
curled. Okay, thank
the
you for
smooth, the smooth feels, the slick look.
Exactly,
Yes, so
exactly.
I think that less wig, for now, the way it is trending, it's for a certain occasion.
Okay.
Yes. So one of the things I have observed is that because my salon is strictly, yes, we do everything, but natural hair care and scalp care has overwhelmed all areas of hairstyling, because if you are a breastfeeding mother, we will not advise you to just install like that. So
Why? Why?
yeah, because the tension from the installation
Okay.
will pull your hair. While you're breastfeeding, there is hormonal changes. Your hair is trying to reset. Everything in your body is resetting. So mostly what you have on your head will be vellus hair on your hairlines. So before you install, we have to be sure that at least there is a mild glow that we will use. There are some consultation we need to do for you. Check your hairlines. If you're already experiencing postpartum hair loss, we will not advise you to install. There are people who will tell you go to those certain places and do it, because what we are doing is that we are protecting our identity, what we believe, what we stand for. Our salon is to protect Afro hair. We help people groom them. We help people love Afro hair. So that is why we do not get entangled with styles that is going to damage the hair in the long run and all of that. So to talk about installations is just a style that you use for a particular event. When you come back, you see a lot of these women that wear frontal layers and installation, so they have bad weavings under. So when they take out the installation, you see the real thing. And a lot of them still, they will still look for a competent salon that can help them recover, treat, and restore whatever they have lost. Because there is no way you will not lose your hair except it is a professional that is installing for you. So installation is a beautiful hair, but it's just a hair for a season. It's not something you wear often. It's not something you wear often.
And I have seen that social media is also very powerful.
Absolutely.
In promoting that. I mean, you look at your favorite celebrities and people you look up to, and they're on lace wigs.
Yes.
And then you feel, oh, I want to do this. I want to have this look every time.
Yeah, because these celebrities, they have image they want to put out there in the society. So they want to maintain them. And you see, a lot of them don't reveal their hair. A lot of them, you can hardly see them reveal their hair because maybe they can have engagements for a session of acting that will require them to cut their hair, that will require them to do whatsoever on their hair. So you see them go to category A salons that understands treatment rejuvenation. There are treatments that when you apply to the hair, it restores the hair integrity, it rejuvenates, and you have a balanced hair and scalp. So they have the resources to go for this high-end product that can help them recover their hair very fast. So you see them constantly on installations.
Yeah, so don't just follow the trend because your favorite celebrity may have the right team helping her restore her hair while you may not have that thing. So let's get into the science of hair. I mean, one of the books I like is The Science of Black Hair. And now you have trained as a trichologist. For someone who does not know anything about trichology, can you just tell us what is trichology? And what does trichologists do?
Trichology is simply the science of the study of hair and scalp. Okay. What we do specifically is to understand the hair structure, the hair formation, how the hair grows, and the biological composition of the hair. Then we understand the scalp, where the hair grows out from, how to keep it healthy, things, understand scalp disorder like hair loss, seborrheic dermatitis, dandruff, everything that is disorder to the scalp. So that is what trichology is. So we study to understand what procedure can we use that is safe for us to treat the hair. Product recommendation too, because as a trichologist, you have a wide range of the chemical composition of products that you use. So by that, you will be able to analyze certain products and recommend to your clients.
I was smiling when you were mentioning all those conditions because I think I've had all of them at some point.
You are better now.
Is it the seborrheic dermatitis or the thinning? So when you see these most common issues that women face, thinning for their hair, thinning, bald spots, hair loss, dry scalp, what advice do you give to women for them to, start this journey of recovering their hair?
So let me start by saying the beauty industry in the hair specifically is moving into a new direction.
Okay, tell us more.
And this direction is a direction of knowledge, structure, and balance. Okay. Now, before you walked into a salon, as somebody who is enlightened, you're supposed to think of what's the professional level of this salon. Because there are a lot of products out there in the market that causes cancer, that causes infections, scalp disorder, and there are products you use and you have disorder immediately.
But they don't write them on the pack.
They don't write them on the pack. So but when you look at their ingredients, there are ingredients that are written in a product label, you just see, oh, you don't need to use this consistently. You know, misuse of product. Like if we talk about clarifying shampoo and a moisture shampoo. Clarifying shampoo clears out the natural sebum, natural oils. So when you use that consistently, it will cause your hair to snap.
Okay.
Yes, it will cause dryness on your scalp. So the first thing to do is to diagnose. You diagnose. Early diagnose is the most recommended. So when you discover a scalp concern, your hair, you wake up with a chunk of hair falling out of your hair, the first thing you do is not for you to look for a stylist. The first thing you do is to go for diagnosis. It's like walking into a professional hospital that you said you're not feeling fine. What is wrong with you? They cannot use visual examination to determine what is happening in your internal system. So what we do as trichologists is that we have trichoscope, whereby when you experience any form of issue with your hair, you sit, we diagnose. By that, you will see the workings of your hair beneath the scalp, the condition of your hair, what is happening. At that spot, we will see, is it inflammation? Is it hair loss? We have like androgenic alopecia, we have alopecia areata, we have CCA, we have different kinds of alopecia. Yes, these are things that they have symptoms. And as a trichologist, when you see all of these things, if it requires a medical recommendation, you refer to the hospital, you refer to a dermatologist for the person to get treatment. So you cannot just wake up and say you want to treat your hair with guesswork. No, it doesn't work like that. Thinning of hair is not just because the hair is getting lighter every day, as you are saying. There is something working. You can have nutritional deficiency. You can have hormonal imbalance. A lot of things contribute to thinning of hair. So you cannot sit down and do a guesswork. That is why I'm saying that the hair and beauty industry is changing as the day is going. That is why we are very proud of ourselves, because we are able to move from that general hairstylist to the level where you can tell yourself that my clients are safe with me. Yes, my clients are safe. So by that, we can spread the news. We are in my institute. We were just less than 40, and 40 in Lagos. I think one was from Abeokuta, one was from a few parts of the state in the country. Now, trichology is very new in this part of environment, and you see a lot of people are trying to dive into, even nurses are trying to dive into the profession, because it is very, very important. Very, very important. Trichology is very important in the salon.
Okay, so you mentioned 3 things, and I want us to get some examples from them. You said products. We need to read the labels of products. So when I pick up a hair product, I pick up a shampoo, I pick up a conditioner, I pick up a moisturizer. What should I read? And it says danger, drop it.
SLS.
Sorry?
Sodium lauryl sulfate.
Okay, sodium lauryl sulfate.
Yeah.
Sodium lauryl. Okay, that's a tongue twister.
SLS. Sodium lauryl sulfate. So one of the
that, drop it.
When you see that, you have to know that this product is not a daily use, a constant use product.
Okay.
It's a product that targets something. Sodium lauryl sulfate is a surfactant that cleanses the hair. So what you do is that if you have a stylist that is aware of hair science, the stylist will tell you, oh, when you take this product, buy a moisture shampoo that does not contain all these high surfactants that strips the natural oil from the hair. So if you are somebody that is not on bold locks, like there are people that used to have high debris, like dirt, build-up product and all of that. So if you're not on hairstyles and your hair doesn't have things like that, so you go for a moisture shampoo that just moisturizes and a mild cleansing. And if you are talking about moisturizers, a lot of people use things like there is this chemical that they use for embalmment.
Embalmment?
Yes, they use it to preserve products.
Okay.
Yes, so people use that to protect the natural product they produce in order for this in order for fungi not to grow and all of that. So there are
So you're saying that the chemical used to preserve corpses, dead bodies, are also
yes,
used
yes,
in hair products?
yes, yes,
That's shocking.
yes,
That's very shocking.
yes. Some people use that because it has a strong preservative power. So they want to preserve that product. So you don't necessarily need those things.
No, I don't. No, nobody needs. Nobody needs anything used for corpses on
yes.
their hair.
You don't need it.
Wow,
So
okay.
there are a lot
I
of
wish you could tell us the name of that chemical.
yeah.
Once we see it, we drop and we flee.
I've just forgotten
Yes.
about the
No,
name,
we'll
about
get
the
the
name, the
name.
particular
We'll
name.
get the name.
So, but there are a lot of chemicals like coamide. Coamide is also a surfactant that is also very strong. It strips off. So there are a lot of chemicals that you just see them on the label of, especially shampoo. Shampoo is the beginning of your hair treatment starts with shampoo. So people just want to have products that will lather very well, very fast and easy to make money from it. So you don't need all those things. A lot of people should start paying attention to their product label, the products they go for. It must be a professional brand.
I think the chemical you're thinking of, is it formaldehyde?
Formaldehyde.
Okay, so once you say formaldehyde, but would they really write formaldehyde on the
Oh
product?
yes,
They write
they're right.
Okay. I mean,
They're right.
If they're writing formaldehyde
They're right.
on the product, you know to avoid it. You know
Right.
to avoid it. So still on products, one thing I love about JJL Beauty and what you have created is you make your own products too.
Yes.
The emollients.
The emollient
Range.
Yes, the emollient range, the moisture shampoo, the conditioner, the detangling butter. We have spray moisturizer, and
That
we
has
have
rice water and argan oil.
yes,
Okay.
and we have nourishing oil.
Okay, so in an industry that is saturated with so many hair products, why did you decide that you're going to make your own range of products?
Why I range? So I started producing 2018. So there is a client of mine that used to come in from Port Harcourt to Uyo to make a natural hair twist. So then we used to use this product called there is this product Cantu. We use
Okay, we
Cantu.
know Cantu.
We used Cantu then. So Cantu was very expensive as at that time.
Because
So
there are many more expensive
yes,
ones now.
when you buy Cantu and you use on one or two clients and increase your service price, a lot of people used to say, oh, your price is very high. You should bring it down. But we are charging based on the product we use. So I now had a client that used to come in from Port Harcourt. So she used her product. So she gets a product that is made from a Nigerian. So when the woman wanted to train, she's a cosmetologist based in Port Harcourt. So when she wanted to train for product formulation, so this my client now sent me the link. I should register and learn how to produce. So that was how I started SRC training. So I joined the classes. From that classes, so even some of these products we normally use, some of them didn't respond so well on our clients. So after that training, I now started practicing on my family's members. I had produced for more
They all
than
have long hair, by the way.
yes, they all have long hair, but then they were on perm hair.
Really?
Yes, they were on perm hair. So
That's something I did not know.
yes, when I started producing, that was when I transitioned my siblings and my mom to natural hair.
Okay.
So I said, I want to test run my product for 6 months. So I use my product on them. We produce and keep until after 6 months. That was like early 2019. That was when I started selling out my shampoo. And when I use my shampoo, one thing that is very funny is that when we apply our shampoo to our client head on the shank, on the washing basin, they will tell you, that shampoo feels cool.
Something is different.
Something is different. What are you using? And I say, oh, this is our product now. Wow, I would love to get it for my child. Can I use for a child of 10 years, 11 years, 12 years? Because those are the things I learned also. I said, okay, if your child is not up to 10 years, don't use it for. So that was how we started producing. Even up till now, we are still test running. So after my trichology, I had a better, I had a better understanding about hair science. So the things that were not treated in this short formulation class was treated in a 1-year class. So I understood hair science and I understood what I need to add up in the shampoo, what I need to add up in the conditioner. And now our product now is that. Then I didn't produce to target a concern. Yes, I produce for general, to manage and handle client hair. But now I am producing to target and address issues like follicle enhancers. We produce things that mist, spray mist. So we produce now to target. We target also scalp issues. So production for me is one of the key area in the industry that I see that we Africans need to sit back and do a proper research on our hair, our scalp, our skin to understand what really works well for us, so that by the time we release a product out in the market, it solves problem. Right, product was supposed to solve problem, not to add problem to the solution, to the people in the society.
I mean, our type of hair is different. I remember when, I was learning about hair types and it turned out, okay, my own hair is 4C. And I'm like, no, my hair feels like 4Z. 4C is too, 4C is too mild.
Actually, there is nothing like 4C.
There's nothing like 4C.
Yes, there's nothing like...
Yes, that's no 4A, 4B,
yes,
4C.
No 4B, no 4C. So 4A is coil tab 4, 4B is coil tab 5, 4C is coil tab 6. We have 1 to 7.
It's 1 to 7.
Yes, that is a global standard for texture identification.
Okay, so for the African hair, that one that is
for the African hair, we have from
stubborn.
4. Very stubborn is from coil type 6, 7.
That's 6, 7.
Those with zigzag coil pattern, those are very tightly coiled. It goes back.
And then the product cannot penetrate, and you have to use steam, and that's
so there are products that penetrate. So you just need to understand your hair texture. That is why you must understand your hair texture. There are hair that you don't need to use a general moisturizer. You just need water and essential oils. Penetrate better into the cuticles than for you to now gather up a lot of products on the hair. So all of these hair that we feel that is strong, they are not strong. How you handle natural hair, you just need to have patience, attend to natural hair in sections.
Okay. So we're talking about nutrition. What foods can help the West African woman have better hair?
Okay. So you have to go on for more proteinous food, like eggs. You need to eat balance. You need to have, you see, fruit. Fruit is very, very nutritious. Like fruit, vegetables. A lot of people are just stuck into one pattern of food that they are used to. So as a health educator, I try as much as I can to ask my clients, in 1 to 10, how do you rate your diet? So when I'm consulting, so by there you will be able to tell that, oh, this person is not eating the proper food he or she should eat. So if it requires for you to connect the person to a nutritionist, you help the client, because the hair having deficiency from nutrition will show. You will see it that the hair will not shine, the hair will not be lustrous, the hair will not be strong and firm. So no matter how you say you want your hair to be soft, you still want the strand, the cuticle of the hair to be firm, not snapping. So by taking a balanced diet, paying attention to your diet, go across all the diet.
Eat the rainbow.
Eat the rainbow, everything. Just put them together and make sure that you have because the hair too also need balancing.
Right.
The hair has a texture that is supposed to be general. So you see that you touch this one, you touch this one, you touch this one, you touch this one. They are all different. What makes them unique and one is that the hair has a pH. So when you have deficiency, your pH will also be affected.
Which makes sense.
So it's very important that you know how to put your food together and have a balanced diet. You can also research about proteinous food, carbohydrates, vitamins, food that are easy to lay hands on and are affordable. We are not telling you go and break your bank and all of that. Just make sure that you check. Research is very good. Search on the food, the raw materials that are very available for you, food items that you can easily lay hands on. It's very important. It's very important.
Thank you, Joe. You have shared so many helpful tips on this episode on what should I do in my hair. And we've seen that it goes beyond just getting your hair styled. Nutrition affects your hair.
Absolutely.
We've seen you need to read the product very well. So I have one more question for you. Where do you see the future of hair for the West African woman?
Wow.
Are we going to have lock wigs? Are we going to have afro wigs?
We already have that.
Okay.
We already have that. So the future of the hair industry in Africa is a multi-billion industry that is yet to be scratched. So the more we have institutions that trains people professionally, the more the industry will gain its dignity. So the only thing that is keeping the industry is there is no, let me say, revelation of more dignity. People still take the skill as a side hustle. So by the time people sees the value, sees the structure, like we are looking out for Beauty Council of Nigeria coming out very soon. So this body is coming out to implement structure, implement systems, help polytechnics and institutions to arrange their curriculum in order for them to be able to train people in a structured way, so that when they come out, they are proud to tell themselves, I am a professional. I am a professional in this, I'm a professional in that. By that, you see, people will have continuous commitments for research. There will be a lot of evolution. God has given us everything here that we can, they make hair extensions from plantain.
Oh, plantain.
Aside from, plantain strips
one.
like that. So there are a lot of evolutions that will come out that will still help the economy to strive. So people will not lack what to do. As far as you have the innate ability to go into the industry, you will find your place. So the industry is going into that global level for Africa.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, Jay, for sharing your time and your expertise. And something tells me that this is not the last time you will be on this real body of mine.
So sure. Thank you so very much.
Right.
I'm honored to be here.
Okay, we'll let you get back to the business of running the salon.
Yes.
Thank you.
Bye.